Good morning, everyone. We have another puzzle for you today from New York Times. It is the 11th of August 2020. And let's see. I think I'm going to do normal narrations today. I've got about 50 minutes before work, so let's get on with it. I'm going to avoid ASMR this morning, but I am quite hungry, so let's see how it goes. Anyway, these two twos interact with these three cells, locking a 2 in there, giving me a pair of 2s, and it unlocks another 2 down here as well. And this 2 locks these 2 cells. What that means is the 2's are now locked into columns 7s and 9. I've got another column in 7. Column and 9 situation, the 2's up there, which means the 2's are locked in these cells. And that's it. So let's see, 3's, nothing. Oh, there's a pair of 3's and 4's. Oh God, I need to sneeze. Damn. These sneezes are costing me time because I need to edit them later to reduce the volume. And I am sneezing away from the microphone, but this new microphone is quite sensitive. So I've just done the 5's. Have we got anything on 6's? Yes, we have 6 locked in this cell because these 2 6's combined with that 6 locks a 2 as well. And gives me another 2, and it means I've got 2's over there, and that leaves me 2 pairs of 2's down there. So let's go back to 6's. 7's, 7, 7. That's disappointing. 7 up there. Nope, not seeing any 7s, so let's have a look at 8. We've got an 8 over here because of these 2 8's interacting with that one, leaving me a pair of 8's up here. Now, we haven't got any more 8's in these boxes, but we do know that 8's are locked into rows 2 and 3 in 2 of the boxes. Therefore, that gives us a 5-8 pair. So before we move on, let's just quickly have a look. This is 1, 2, and 4. And we haven't got a 2-4 combo anywhere, so yeah, so they remain a triple that are unresolved. So what about the 8's down here? So 8's are locked into those cells as well. Should have noticed that sooner. Let's move on to 9's. So 9's is locked in this cell because of these 2 9's interacting with that one, blocking out these 2 columns and 1 row. And that allows us to place another 9 because of 9 up there. And these 2 locks the 9 in these 2 cells. And now these 2 locks it over here. And these 2 9's in conjunction with that locks the final 2 9's over there. So now we've gone through one cycle. Let's move on to the second cycle. I'm just quickly having a look at these cells to see if any changes has happened, but I don't think anything has. So 1 still a weak number, hasn't released anything. Oh, I think there's hope the mic doesn't pick up too strongly some sort of a lorry outside. I do get a lot of not personally, but we do get a lot of deliveries around here because I do live in the city centre, and I think there are a couple of warehouses where I live. Moving on to 3's. Let's see. Can I see anything interesting happening with the 3's? I can't at the moment, but I have a feeling I'm just being a little bit blinded. But I'm going to move on to 4's anyway. So 4's are now locked in these 2 cells because that 4 locks this row, but these 2 cells are already locked. So that 4 locks the last cell here, giving me a pair of 4s. So that doesn't give me anything actually. So 4s are still locked in, no movement. And finally we have movement with the 5s. So these 2 5s locks these 4 cells, leaving me with a pair of 5s there, which means there has to be an 8 and there has to be a 5. And with that 5 and 8, we've got another 2-8 pair, but I've already got an 8 over here, so 8 and 2 are resolved, and that resolved this 2, leaving me with nothing for 2s over here. But let's have another look at the 8s. The 8s are now locked into these cells, so I think that's all the 8s pencil marked in from just getting can't remember what unlocked these cells actually. What was I looking at? I don't know. But I've got another triple here. These are 1, 6 and 7. 1, 6 and 7. I can't see them in any of these cells, so let's move on. I think I must have been on 5s earlier, so have we got any more 5s? 5, 5. I was quite amused. By the way, welcome to my new subscribers. But I did have a quick look at their profiles, which leads me to believe that I think I had a new cyclist subscriber who might have discovered me with my old cycling videos, and I think the other person's a French climber. Again, unfortunately, I'm not doing any more climbing videos anymore, and so maybe you guys are kind of branching out to the interest of Sudoku due to lockdown. If so, welcome, and I hope you enjoy my videos. If not, I won't be too disheartened if you do leave after I bombard you with Sudoku videos in the coming days and months, possibly years. Anyway, 6s are resolved to 6 over here because this 6 and this 6 locks a pointed pair here, which in conjunction with that 6 and this 6 gives me yet another 6. So the board is looking quite healthy. I have a feeling we have quite an easy board today, easy puzzle today, but we have got to wait and see. These 2 7s locks these cells. Remember what I said about checker patterns last week? They are usually quite powerful. So that gives me another pair of 7s down here. But it's worth looking at this checkered pattern to see if there are any other interesting things going on. So I'm missing 4, 5, 7, 3, 4, 5 and 7. I've got 3 over here, but I don't have any other 3s to interact with. 4s are all the way over there, so there are no interactions, and I've already pencil marked in 5 and 7, so safe to say nothing else is happening with them. 7s. Oh, I've got a pair over here, so these are 5s and 1s, but again, 1 being a weak number, we are getting nothing out of that, but that's okay. We'll just move on. So, are there other 7s happening? I can't see them, so I could just be blinded, but I know 8s are now all pencil marked in based on memory. So let's go back to 9s now. 9, 9, 9. I think 9s are all pencil marked in as well. Yes, they are. So we are getting to the stage where we've exhausted most available cells. I think we can definitely do another round, but I'm now looking at the weaker areas just for fun. In fact, I'm going to look at the 1 and the 1 and 4. They don't intersect, but let's see if we get any single naked digits anyway. So I'm looking for 2, 4, 7. Pardon me. 2, 3, 4, and 7 on this column. I've got 3, 7. So I've got 2, 4 up there. I've got a 2, but I don't have any of the other digits. I don't have other digits. And I've got a 2 Actually, I got 7 up here, but yeah, there are no resolutions with the 1 over there. And I don't believe I have anything else either in this box, because I've already had a look. Have I looked on this side? These are 3, 4, and 5. I've got a 3, but I do not have 4 or 5. I've got 5, and that's it. So, well, this is another triple situation that sees a 1. So I've got a pair of 1s and a 1-7 pair there. Now that unlocks that cell as a 4. So, is that useful in any way? They don't really interact well with the remaining 4s. So let's go back here. So we've got 1, 3, and 4. I don't have any 3 or 4 interactions. So, oh, hang on. I've got 4 interacting, a pointed pair of 4s there. So these are 4s as well. But I haven't got anything on 3s. So let's have a look here. I've got 4, 8, and 4, 8, and 5. Can't see anything vertically nor horizontally, so I think this is probably time to do another scan around the board. Let's just do that. I've already done the 1s, so what about the 2s? 2s are still locked into 3 cells, so that's no good for me. So 3s. 3 feels like another weak number, but I think we need to verify that. I've got 2, 3. No, I've got 3, 3, so it's not super weak. But I have another pair of 3s here, and I will see. I'll give you guys a few seconds before I point it out whilst I wipe my nose. I need some sort of a routine in the morning just to kind of like clear my system as it tries to wake up, like all the sneezes or the sniffles. Let's hope I pick up the sniffle as well. I should really make notes as well on what I need to edit. I tend to just look at the volume to see if the sound has peaked anywhere. So anyway, oh, actually, I clicked on that 3. That may confuse things a little bit, but it's actually that 3 that locks that cell. And the 2 ways of looking at it. One is the column. I've got a triple left, so that 3 basically locks that cell, giving me a pair of 3s. And the other way of looking at it is if it blocks that cell, it means 3 can only exist on columns 7 and 9. And I've got the same kind of situation here where I'm missing a 3 and I've only got column 7 and 9. So either way points to a pair of 3s up there. So that should resolve the 1 over here, giving me a 1 over there as well. So what else does this 8, 3 pair do? So I know 1 is over here. So let's look at these cells. I'm missing 1, 2, 6. Well, I've got 5 numbers left. So 1, 2, 6, 7, and 9. That's quite a lot of numbers. Well, I've got 9 down here. Hold on. I've got 1, 6, and 9 down here. So, and a 7 over there. So I think that's a 2. So let me have a look. 1, 3. Oh, I don't see a 4 actually. So this could be 2 or 4. In that case, I'm just going to quickly move on. But whilst I'm looking at 4s, I notice this 4 creates another pointed pair. So, I've got any other pointed pairs here? I haven't. So, let's go back to 3s for a second. 3, 3. What interactions have we got? Nothing special anymore, so we should carry on with the 4s. So, 4s. 4, 4, 4. So I've got pointed pair of 4s there. I should have kind of continued on the logic. That pointed pair of 4s combined with that 4 locks a 4 in these 2 cells, and I've got a 4 up there, so that locks the 4 down here. And let's see, 4s comes over here, but I've got 4 possible cells, so I'm going to leave that alone. 5s. I am moving quite slowly today, mostly because I think I cringe a lot. See, I'm cringing right now at my pronunciations of words, and I'm just trying to slow down a little bit. So anyway, this 5 locks a pair of 5s up here, which reminds me of the 1-5 pair up here. I've got 1 there, so that's got to be the 1-5 resolved, leaving me with the 5 and 8 over there. And now 5 is locked into these 2 cells because of these 2 5s, and that's great because that takes out the 8 and gives me another 8. And unfortunately that 8 doesn't interact with anything else, but this 4-5 pair also oh actually yeah, when I fill in that 5, that clears the 5 over there as well. So I've got 1, 3 and 7 in these 3 cells, but I can't see 2 numbers on any other rows. So but it also tells me that I should have a 1, 3, 7 set in here. Well, that 7 locks the 7 over there, and all 3 cells can be 1s as well, so no movements there. So let's go back to 5s. I think I have pencil marked in the only... oh no, that 5's also takes out that 5, resolving the last 5. That's not... that's solvable because I've got 2 pairs of 5s here forming an X-wing, which means they cannot be resolved just yet. They either are resolved or they're not. So where should we go next? Well, we've got 1 cell left in this column, in this row, and it's a 7. So in conjunction with that 7 gives me another set of 7s down here. And I think that's all I can do with the 7s. So let's go back to 5s. I've done all the 5s. So in terms of pencil markings, so let's move on to 6s. Have we got any updates on 6s? I don't think I have, because I think I've still got 4 locations for this 6. So let's see what 7 is looking like. 7's not looking good either, because yeah, we're still on no movements with 8, 7's even, but 8. I should have spotted this earlier, maybe. Did I just populate that 8 earlier? If I did, that would explain why this 3-8 pair has been left here unresolved when they have actually been resolved. And that 3 even, combined with that 3 and that 3, unlocks that 3, leaving me with the 4 over here. And now I'm left with a pair which have to be 1 and 2. Well, I've got 1 down here. So now I'm left with a triple here, which is 4, 6. Well, these are 4s because of that 4. 4, 6, and 7. Do I have a 7? No, I haven't. In fact, those 7s, yeah, they live exactly in those 3 cells as well. So no resolutions there. What about in this? In fact, this row, I know it's a 4, 6, and 7 combo. So, but it's unresolvable because I haven't got a 7 down here. In fact, I should give up on this set of numbers anyway, because I know it's a triple that's unresolved yet. So I can't see a 6 over here. Therefore, I cannot solve this cell either. So what about on this column? We're left with 4, 7, and 3. So can we see a 3 in either of these cells? We can't. So let's move on then. So I think I was on 7 before, maybe? Or maybe 8. Yeah, I think I'm on 8 now. So I think 8 is all done. So let's go back to 9s. I've got... oh no, missed that 9 there. I thought I got a pair of 9s there. So I think 9s are all pencil marked in as well. So we're coming to the end of the puzzle, I think, but we haven't quite solved it yet. Because of... I don't think we're looking for naked singles. I think if we don't do another round, we should probably solve this. So, and I think that's a kind of good method as well, because it can show like how easy the easier puzzles can be solved without too much logic. So I think 1s are still weak and they're not giving me anything. So let's have a look at 2s. See, if this is on pen and paper, I could have noted down that whether I've finished doing all the pencil marking for a particular number, but I can't do that electronically, so at least I did manage to find the 2s, but for instance, I don't know right now if the 3s are all pencil marked in. They're not, because I've got a pair of 3s down here which forms a 3-4 pair, so that has to be a 1, which means I've got another pair of pointed 1s here, and that resolves the 1, 3 and 7 over there, which resolves the 1 and 3 over here, and I think that 3 pushes the 3 down here and locks a 3 down here as well, and that 3 also resolves the 4 and the 3, and the 4 resolves the 5 and the 4, and that is a 2 that's left, and that leaves me a triple over here, so that's reasonable. I've got a 1-9 pair, but that's not resolvable, but I've got a 4 here that needs to be taken now, and I think it's a 7 remaining, so now that 7 is taken out, so that's a 4-6 pair because of that, which means it has to be a 6 and a 4, and a 6 resolved. That leaves me a 1-9 pair. I've got 1 down there, so 1 and 9 is resolved, so now 9 goes in there, 1 goes in there, and 6 goes in there. So pretty straightforward today. We don't have to use any intermediate or advanced techniques to find naked digits or any hidden triples or pairs, so I hope you enjoyed it today. And I should really encourage everyone to try the puzzles first, but I suppose if you did, then you wouldn't have bothered watching today's video, seeing as you didn't need any help. So yeah, that's today's hard Sudoku. I've got another 20 or so minutes, 25 minutes, so I'm gonna do the medium puzzle next. So as usual, like and subscribe and comment, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.